Prime Minister contemplates the future of Vale Royal, breaks ground for Howard Apartments, and delivers 6 new homes to vulnerable Jamaicans. You're watching Jamaica House Weekly. I'm Vanessa Silvera. First up, Prime Minister Andrew Holness began his week in Parliament, where he answered questions about the future of Vale Royal. Mr. Holness made it clear that there were no plans to permanently close or sell the property, which is designated as the official residence of the Prime Minister of Jamaica. But he revealed that government was reviewing options presented by the Jamaica National Heritage Trust for its immediate and future use. In the meantime, consideration is being given for provision in the upcoming budget to increase allocation for the preservation of the national monument.
An assessment has been done, and a proposal for its restoration will guide this work. And we are now reviewing costings, as I've said, at this time. As the first priority, we will be ensuring that all repairs required to ensure that the integrity and decor of the building is maintained.
The Prime Minister said there had been some deterioration in the facade and exterior ceiling work, which limited use of the building due to safety concerns. Allocations to Vale Royal were delayed due to priority focus on the management of the COVID-19 pandemic. On Wednesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness broke ground for the Howard Apartments development, a project which will see 248 more solutions being added to the housing market. The development is being executed by the National Housing Trust in partnership with Centauri Real Estate Company Limited under the NHT's Guaranteed Purchase Program, the GPP. Mr. Holness called on more developers to join with the NHT to deliver homes under the GPP, which he says will allow more Jamaicans to purchase homes within an affordable price range.
The way in which this government has operated, we have minimized the political risk, and we have minimized the fiscal risk, and we have minimized the policy risk for the private sector investors to come and participate in these programs, which have a very high positive social externality for the people who will benefit.
The Prime Minister says while the cost of the units at the Howard Apartments are still to be determined, the complex will feature green spaces and other amenities that will improve the social value of residents in Kingston 11.
This will not only be a housing development with apartments. There are significant amenities which will be built in. I'm happy to see that there will be a play area for children. You will have various gazebos spread around the property. There will be an exercise area. You will have a rooftop garden. You will have adequate green space to create a jogging trail or a walking trail around the property. These are things that add greater value.
Man, God is good. God is good. I am so overwhelmed.
Jordine Mason and her family are among the latest beneficiaries of the government's new social housing program, the NSHP. Prime Minister Andrew Holness handed over 6 new homes to recipients in Clarendon and St. Catherine last Thursday. This brings the number of houses so far built and delivered to 110.
To create equity in our housing market so that even the poorest of the poor benefits is to allocate some resources in our budget to every year replace those homes.
A team from Trinidad and Tobago was also on the island to observe operations under the NSHP with a view to adopt the initiative in the Twin Island Republic.
The problem of providing housing for the indigent, for persons who have no income, for the poor, it's not just a Jamaica problem. It's a problem right across the Caribbean. And that you are here to observe what Jamaica is doing says quite a bit about the program.
The mix of 2- and 3-bedroom units were handed over in Kellett's district in Clarendon and Gordon Penn, Brunswick Avenue, Cotton Peace and Linstead in St. Catherine. In the Ministry of Economic Growth and Job Creation, Minister without portfolio, Senator Matthew Samuda, commissioned the National Water Commission NWC's new $130 million water supply system in St. Elizabeth. 400 households across 11 communities will now have access to piped water for the first time. The system, which forms part of the government's Essex Valley Water Supply Scheme, aims to reduce water-related challenges in St. Elizabeth. Mr. Samuda says it is in keeping with other initiatives to overhaul the country's aging water infrastructure to improve supply and reduce non-revenue water.
Now, we have been investing heavily in dealing with that infrastructure. In your urban centre of Kingston and St. Andrew, we've cut that figure in half. We're down in the 30s. We've started the Portmore St. Catherine, soon to be Portmore Parish, non-revenue water system, and we've already cut that non-revenue water by 30%.
And that's it for Jamaica House Weekly. Be sure to join us next time for more of the news stories coming out of the Office of the Prime Minister. Until then, I'm Vanessa Silvera.